Hello again, everybody. I'm Paul the Nitro Skywars here. Welcome to this edition of From the Mind of the Nitro. Thank you so very much for joining us today. And on this episode, as I promised, I want to share you some insights from my trip up to the I think the Xfinity Mobile Arena, which is now formerly known as the Wells Fargo Center, formerly known as the Philadelphia Spectrum in Philadelphia for Monday Night Raw. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Rod Fiesel, who I work with at Capital School District, where I also work, for hooking us up with tickets for that show. I really appreciate that. Anyway, as Raw began, the Jumbotron alone really helps for people like me who was up at the upper deck. I mean, we were up on the very last row, so you get a real unique perspective of it, not just on the Jumbotron from down below where the ring is at. It was kind of a unique experience, to say the least. Now, what happens at a Raw taping? Well, they start by doing two matches from the main event. It was I forget the name of the brothers that Chad Gable manages, but they took on the War Raiders and Benicio El Toro, Benicio Cruz or somebody. I forget his name, El Toro or something. My apologies. He's from the LWO, taking on El Grande Americano in a tag team in a one-on-one match. Now, El Grande Americano is really over with the fans. I mean, he epitomizes America with his limp wrist to get the fans to give him the high five. But he really was over. He knew the style, and he sings his way to the ring. Think about that, folks. He sings his theme music to the ring. He is El Grande Americano. Okay, we know who he is. We know he is Ludwig Kaiser under the mask, but for now, he's El Grande Americano. So those were the two matches. They also announced who was going to be on the show that night and more. Plus, get your exclusive Rhea Ripley Philadelphia Flyers shirt and your Cody Philly Nightmare t-shirt, $40. By the way, this shirt right here I got at the show, original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, $40. They're not cheap either, folks. Trust me, when you go to the merchandise stands, they're not cheap. The championship belt itself, a miniature version of it, is $35. The program itself, which is full of great color photographs, is $25. You want an autographed photo of CM Punk? That'll set you back $25. So it's not cheap. Trust me on that. So when the main event was taped and done, now it was time for Raw to come on the air, and the lights went out. Everyone was buzzing. Then it came back on. Before that, by the way, Michael Cole got a good reception out there, as well as Corey Graves. Then the show started. Paul Heyman is so over in Philadelphia still, even with ECW. Even Tommy Dreamer, who has died. Why is he still alive, you dipstick? Paul's like, I know. I wish he was dead. I was like, what? Whatever. Jey Uso's yeet is over. I mean, it is over. I mean, it was very loud with the yeets. And most of the time, if you happen to be at Raw and you're on the other side where the interviews are, look always to your west, to your left, like on the west northwest direction, probably in the middle of the section of seats. You'll find the interviews that Byron Saxon does from the audience and the fans. The hard camera always faces the opposite way from where you're sitting at. I was sitting on the north side. The hard cameras were facing towards the south side of the building. But I was right underneath. I was right there, right where the entrance is, which is pretty cool. The pyrotechnics was loud, I'll tell you that much. Jey Uso was so over. They had the Extreme Rules match with Jey Uso against Braun Breaker, unbelievable athlete. Penta is over. Trust me on that. Penta is over. He is tremendous. He is Penta. Zero Miro. That's what he always does. Becky Lynch booed out of the building. Nikki Bella got a huge pop when she came in to save Natalya and laid the smackdown on Becky Lynch, and then challenged her for Raw next week in England. Of course, we have Clash in Paris coming up in 2 weeks' time. Actually, next weekend. What else? Oh, the production trucks. They're usually in the back area of the building. You can see it right there in the parking lot. Get pictures of those. They look really cool, by the way. They look really cool. If you're trying to catch the wrestlers, good luck. You're not going to be able to do it unless you go all the way to the other side of the building where they enter, and then it's a rare chance that you do get to see your favorite superstars. Anyway, we all thought John Cena was going to be there. No, but his shirt did well at the merchandise booths. Moving on, not really much else except for the main event when Jey Uso took on Braun Breaker in the Extreme Rules match. That was a good one. You can hear the yeeks on there. Braun Breaker breaking every weapon he has in his hands. And then Roman Reigns, OTC, with a spear, and people went absolutely nuts for Roman Reigns. I did not see it. I thought I was looking in one direction where Braun and Jay were fighting, I guess, when Roman Reigns came and speared Braun Breaker. I thought he was going to go back in the ring, and then Roman nailed him from behind and then super punched Bronson Reed. But nonetheless, I didn't see Roman. I thought he was going to come out of the entranceway. He came from the other side of the building. And it ended on a good note with Jey Uso picking up the win, and everyone was yeeting, yeet, yeet. Again, yeet is over in Philadelphia. Trust me on that. So overall, it was a great experience here on Raw in Philadelphia. I would say probably about 15, maybe 16,000 people at the Wachovia Center. The seats were tight. I will say that the seats were tight, but nonetheless, it was a great view, great night of action. Jey Uso is over in Philadelphia. That's all I can say. It was an absolutely fantastic night of Raw in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Well, with that in mind, that is going to do it for this edition of From the Mind of the Nitro. Once again, I want to thank Rod Fiesel for hooking us up with tickets for that show. I really appreciate that. And until next time, I am Paul the Nitro Scowers here saying, so long, everybody.